Hello friends, very good afternoon friends, and in this video we are going to discuss about another type of the mode of inheritance that is called as private mode of inheritance. For this I have taken the example of a circle class with a variable int r and the two constructor, one is default and one is parameterized. So I declare some functions here in this class, and these are double circumference and double area. I will be defining them outside the body of the class. So they are not generally inline functions, they are normal functions, and they are just they needed to be executed with the help of the CPU. So this is I'm defining them outside. So double name of the class circle, and then scope resolution operator which links that to which class the function belongs. So it is circumf. Okay, now it will return the value of 2 pi r's, which is 2 into 3.1415 something, 3.14512 into r. Circumference, it is 2 pi r. Okay, so now next function is area function, which is pi r square. Return type is double, name of the class circle, and area. So it will return pi r square, so 3.14152 into r into r. Okay, so after this I want to design a new class called cylinder class, and that class will be inheriting this class in the private mode. So class cylinder single colon, this is how the inheritance syntax works. So class cylinder single colon private and circle. So this class will have a variable for height, because pi r square, hr is in the circle class, height is in the cylinder class. So int height, and this also needs constructors. So the base class have two constructors, default and parameterized. So this also will have the default and parameterized. Default will be linked with default and the parameterized will be linked with parameterized. Put a colon and name the previous class, so circle, and that is also default. So this is how you are invoking these two default constructors simultaneously. If you invoke the cylinder class, circle class constructor will automatically be invoked. Now I have a single parameterized. For this I'll be receiving two values from the user, and one will go to the base class, to the circle class, and one will be given to this height. So it will take two values from the user, like the radius and height, and one value will go to the circle class, other value will go to the variable of this own class, like int h. So I'll write h equals y. So y will be assigned into h, and the x has been passed to the single parameterized constructor of the circle class. So I have one more function, two more functions, or whatever functions we can design, since we are discussing only the syntax. So I'll just define a function called double volume, and then I will go for another function called CSA, called curved surface area or lateral surface area, which is 2 pi rh, and the volume is pi r square h. Again I need to define these two functions outside the body of cylinder class. So the double cylinder scope resolution operator volume And since you know that the base area of the circle is pi r square into height, so just I'll call the area function defined into the circle class and multiply it with the h of this class, and it will become pi r square h. Job is done. Now I'll define the CSA curve surface area, which is 2 pi r h, and the circum just gives you 2 pi r, so 2 pi r into h will become 2 pi r h. So this will return the circum function into h. Circum function is actually indirectly giving you 2 pi r, and the h is from this class, so become 2 pi r h, which is the CSA. Now I just try to create two variables, and I'll receive the data or for the initialization with the help of the user. So cout, enter the radius and height, and one by one the radius will go into rr and the height will go to the hh. So cout, enter the height, C in hh. Then I'll create the object for cylinder class and I'll pass these two values in the constructor. Like while making the object, we'll pass the variable to the constructor. So cylinder cc, I'll pass rr comma hh, because this is double parameterized object invocation. So I'll just these two functions, the double and the CSA, will be returning me the value, so I need to catch them and print them along with this. So cc dot volume, and in the next line I'll just go for cc dot CSA. Curved surface area or lateral surface area. Now change the line. So I'll clear the screen better, because screen should not get messier and it should be clean and tidy so that we can see the output. Now let me compile. Oh my god, 12 errors. Isn't interesting? But there may be spelling or something. Oh, this curly bracket should not be there, it should be parenthesis. So now see the number of errors, it is back to 4. So from 12 errors to 4 errors. Congratulations, we have got something better. And then I need to find out why we are getting 4 errors. So there may be some spelling mistakes, definitely. So where are they? One by one debugging, you just keep on looking them. And these are the natural ways. Actually, when you are recording the videos, you just try to make it short, quick, so you becomes impulsive. We do not have that natural patience, so that's why these errors happen, because some recorders have the limitations, and we just try to make it faster, we just try to make it better, and in this condition we become more impulsive and the more errors come. Otherwise, normally I do not make these kind of errors. Normally I can write flawlessly without any error, but when it comes to screen recording, then I don't know why it becomes little. So some functions definitions are wrong, so I'll simply I change the circum f into, wherever circum f is there, I'll make it circum. So renaming the function now, wherever is declared, defined, these two things, because everything is declared and defined. So wherever these things are there, we have to make changes there. And hopefully, yes, this is the last one, and I hope that I should not get any error. Now one more error is there, and that is, what is this? Yes, there is no function area into the cylinder class. This is the area in the circle class, and since we are inheriting it in the private mode, that's why the area cannot be accessed. So that's why we need to make changes there. And since we are just trying to call CSA function, so with the object, what is the object is CC, so it should be CC dot CSA. So now let's see, one more error. Oh, CS, again it should be CC. So now, yes, no such error. Now let's see the output, and this is the inheritance in the private mode. We will again, I'll just try to put one proper way of explaining you on with some visual examples, and this will done in the next video. Thank you very much. Just subscribe to our channel and